Hi, my name is Justin, and you'll be watching a presentation by Justin, Sean, and Polite. Here's a picture of Romeo and Juliet, the classic original. And this is a picture of the movie that was made in 1996 by Baz Luhrmann, and it was a readaptation of the book. Hi, and today we'll be giving you our top 5 differences of the two plots from the original Shakespearean play and Baz Luhrmann's modern adaptation. Consider that we're only going to look at Act 1, so sit down, relax, and enjoy.
Number 5. The chorus is repeated in the movie. This may have been done to show a contrast between the original format of the play and Baz Luhrmann's format. Baz Luhrmann's presentation is visual, whereas Shakespeare's presentation would have been more auditory. So the first time that the chorus is recited in the movie is a representation of how Shakespeare would have presented Romeo and Juliet, because it comes in the form of a news reporter just speaking without any visual additions, like images or videos, that could be used to further define the ideas introduced by the chorus. The second time the chorus is said, it follows the formatting of, example, a movie review, where there are images and video clips from the actual movie that accompany the chorus. It also makes the foreshadowing more obvious, more specifically the fact that Romeo and Juliet will die, as it does for a moment show us the part of the plot.
Number 4. The setting. The setting in the book and the film are similar, but they do have their differences. Firstly, both are set in a place that goes by the name of Verona. However, the difference is that the original play places us in Verona, Italy during the 15th century, whereas Baz Luhrmann's adaptation is set in Verona Beach, Florida, which is said to be a hybrid of Miami and Brazil during the late 20th century. You are wondering why this is important. Well, this is basically done to raise awareness on the then now modern day issues like gang violence.
Number 3. Baz Luhrmann gives us a visual representation of Verona. Both plots include the chorus, which describes Verona as fair. Baz Luhrmann, however, gives us a visual representation of Verona, whereas Shakespeare relies on the mental image he gives the audience. Baz Luhrmann therefore makes it easier for the audience to decide whether Verona is fair or not.
The film places a statue of Christ between the Montague and Capulet family businesses. This addition to the plot emphasizes that Romeo and Juliet are not only important, but vital in ending their family's feud, which we know will happen from the chorus. They are basically vital because the statue's placement shows that although God cannot stop the conflict, Romeo and Juliet can.
Number 1. The Capulet Party. The original play has the party set at something like a masquerade ball, while the movie has the party being more like a carnival in Brazil or Mardi Gras in New Orleans. The film is shorter than the play. This means that the film spent less time on character development than the original play. The Capulet Party is a very useful scene, which is used to compensate for a lack of character development, by using costumes to symbolize the traits or personality or the different characters, as well as the cliches they fall into.
Firstly, we have Romeo, the knight in shining armor, as he is Juliet's knight in shining armor. We know this because the cliche in fairy tales is that this type of character would be to a character like Juliet, true lover and savior.
Secondly, we have Juliet, the angel, as Romeo sees her as an angel, which makes her stand out from all the other women. Her wings are also white, which connects with the quote from the book where Romeo describes Juliet as a snowy dove trooping with crows.
Crows. It's fine. I'll just
Third, Tybalt and Lady Capulet. The devil, as he is evil, and how he is a large part of the antagonist force in the film. Lady Capulet is an interpretation of Cleopatra because she has a taste for expensive luxury with an extravagant personality.
Fourthly, Paris, the astronaut, because he's famous and he's viewed highly by many. After all, the nurse and Lady Capulet agree and say that he is a man of wax.
Mercutio, the representation of what would in Shakespeare's time be a homosexual Ethiop. Mercutio cross-dresses which fits into the stereotype of homosexuality, and is black, which would have made him a figure in the group referred to in the past as Ethiops. This was perhaps done to raise awareness on issues like racism and homophobia. I think, in my opinion, is the reason why the director chose to make it a bit more modernized is because he didn't want Romeo to come out as a lover, or he didn't want to make Romeo look to be more like over emotional. So then he decided to cut out a lot of parts that Romeo said in the book to make it look like he was also a human that I also thought. And I think also that he made a good choice by keeping Juliet the same, because Juliet had a mind of her own, and she was basically on her, like she was basically a grown person at a young age.
Baz Luhrmann version of Romeo and Juliet is as faithful to the original play as it possibly could be, with time restraints and a certain protocol to follow with the movie standards. He cut some characters to make them more likable to the audience, while also trying to get rid of unimportant things. However, he did try to keep characters as close to the originals, and used symbolism and many other things to show who they really were as a character.
Okay, and another reason that you'll see in our list is that he modernized it to basically raise awareness on some modern day issues. These vary from gang violence to perhaps drugs and so forth.
Did my heart love till now? For swear at sight, for I never saw true beauty till this night. Is she a Capulet?
His name is Romeo, and with a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.